The second learning outcome focuses on installing and configuring several input-output devices such as barcode readers, biometric devices, pay devices, webcams, graphics tablets, signature pads, and touch screens. Installing a peripheral device is not a difficult task to do for most people. However, there are devices that you might be asked to help install, like a smart card reader, fingerprint reader, biometric device, barcode reader, etc., etc. The following installation procedures might come in handy for any peripheral installations. Firstly, reading the manufacturer's installation directions might make your installation go smooth. Next, make sure the drivers provided with the device are written for the operating system you are using. Next, make sure the motherboard port you are using is enabled. This is for cases where the device is not getting recognized after you have plugged in. Making sure that the port is enabled into the BIOS UEFI setup would help solve the problem. Next, install the drivers or plug in the device. Different peripherals use different procedures when it comes to installing the driver or device first. Therefore, you must follow the device's preference. Lastly, install the application software to use the device. For example, some devices need a certain application software to be installed for the device to work perfectly. A mouse is a very common way to get information into a computer. Mice can be connected into a USB or wirelessly. Sometimes you may need an adapter from a USB to PS2. Keyboards also can be connected via a USB, and older keyboards use PS2 connection. Many of today's keyboards have additional functions, like functions for media, stopping, playing, and changing volume levels. Often these functions require an additional software to be able to use the additional functions on the keyboard. For keyboards or mice with additional features, you will have to install the drivers that came with that keyboard or mouse. Device Manager can be later used to uninstall, disable, update the driver, or enable most devices. Not very often you hear people wanting to replace the keyboard or touchpad of their laptops. But it's also very much possible to get cases where the laptop touchpad or keyboard has gone bad. In this part of the learning outcome, we go through suggested steps that are similar for many models of laptops. To replace the keyboard and touchpad in a laptop, first you must power down the laptop and remove the AC adapter and the battery pack. Next, remove 2 or more screws on the bottom of the laptop. The manufacturer manual can show you which screws are those. Turn the laptop over and open the lid. Bring the keyboard out of the case and forward to expose the keyboard ribbon cable attached underneath the board. Lastly, replace the keyboard following the steps in reverse order. Many retail stores will have barcode readers like these that are able to read those barcodes out of the merchandise. Different readers might use a wireless connection, a serial port, or a USB port, or a keyboard port. There's a variety of pay devices like magnetic strip readers, chip readers, and tap pay devices. Magnetic strip and chip readers pull information from the card and send to the computer through a serial connection, a USB connection, and lightning connection. And a wireless reader connects using Bluetooth. Tap pay devices connect wirelessly or by cable to a computer or mobile device. The tapping happens when you tap the device with the smartphone, smart card, and a smart wearable device to make, for example, a payment transaction. Signature Pad uses a sensitive touch screen to capture a handwritten signature made using stylus or finger for a receipt, contract, or an ID card. Biometric devices scan and remember unique aspects of various body parts, such as your retina, iris, head image, or fingerprint, using some form of sensing device, such as a retinal scanner. This information is used as a key to prevent unauthorized people from accessing whatever the biometric device is securing. Cameras in or on computer monitors, often called webcams because their most common use is for internet video communication, enable people to interact over networks with both voice and video. Webcams range greatly in quality and price. Tablet computers are very similar to smartphones. They run the same operating systems, run the same applications, and use the same multi-touch screens. From a text perspective, they are large smartphones without the phone. While a typical smartphone screen is around 5 inches, tablets run around 8 to 10 inches. Graphics tablets are used to hand draw and are likely to connect using USB port. They come with a stylus that works like pencil on the tablet and controls the pointer on the screen. Graphics tablets are popular with graphics artists and others who use desktop publishing applications. We now look at other input-output devices known as touch screens. These devices monitor with the type of sensing device across its face that detects the location and duration of contact, usually by a finger or stylus. All touch screens then supply this contact information to the PC as though it were a click event from a mouse. Touch screens are used in situations for which conventional mouse or keyboard input is either impossible or impractical. Some computers, like a laptop, have built-in touchscreens capability. You can also install a touchscreen on top of a monitor screen as an add-on device. Virtual reality headsets create a visual and audible virtual experience for the user using lens, display, speakers, microphone, and head tracking sensors for interaction. They are often used for extreme gaming experiences, but also used in medical and military training. The headset can be connected to a computer using USB for more programming. A keyboard video mouse (KVM) switch is a hardware device that most commonly enables multiple computers to be viewed and controlled by a single mouse, keyboard, and screen. The device uses USB port for the keyboard and mouse. Once connected, you can use a hotkey on the keyboard or buttons on top of the KVM switch to switch between computers.